Hello, this is Kate from dailytarotgirl.com, and this is your weekly tarot card reading. And for this week's reading, I am using the Hezicos Tarot. So you may notice that this video is a little bit late, and if you were wondering where I was, I apologize. I had lots of drama and things to deal with, which is why I didn't get this video out a little bit sooner. But good news, if you watched my last video, my foster kitty Gracie was adopted, and I've got 4 new little kitties, and I'm going to show them to you before I start the reading. So this one's George. Say hi, George. And this one is, actually I haven't named this one yet, and he's so cute. So if you have any name suggestions for this little guy, let me know. I've had a hard time thinking of names. And then there's this gray guy. This is Normandy. He's really sweet. And then there's one little girl. Now, where's the little girl? Oh, she's under the chair. There she is. And I named her Daisy. And she's really sweet. So yeah, I've been having lots of fun with with these little kitties. Okay, so the first card is going to represent Monday and Tuesday of the upcoming week. And we have the 4 of Cups, and oh, I can so relate to this card. So this card ultimately is about feeling kind of bored and uninspired with things and just unenthusiastic. This lack of, not so much a lack of energy, and not necessarily a lack of focus, but a lack of heart, like just feeling like your heart isn't in something. So these are kind of feelings that might come up for you in the beginning of the week, just feeling like your heart isn't in it, and you just don't feel, it's almost like you're looking for more meaning, more like emotional connection, or more depth to something in your life, whether that's your job, a relationship, or something you're working on, a project or something. But it's that feeling that you're just like bored and uninspired, and you're just looking for, inspiration. So that's kind of the theme of the beginning of the week. So let's see how it unfolds. Okay, so we've got the Page of Coins, or also known as Page of Pentacles. And pages are great because they're very flexible and they're open-minded. They're the youngest, the most youthful characters of the court cards. And we've got the pages, knights, queens, and kings. And pages are the young students. They're the ones that are learning. So the middle of the week, I feel, is kind of offering us a few suggestions as to how we can deal with this lack of enthusiasm and boredom. So the Page of Coins is all about learning something new. And I think that's one thing that, if you are feeling kind of bored and uninspired, you need to become a student again and learn something. It's almost like learning something new and awakening the different parts of yourself and the different abilities that you have, and awakening your curiosity and your urge to learn. All of that really plays into feeling inspired and feeling like there's meaning. And so I feel like that is really kind of the message with the Page of Coins. It's about, maybe taking a course in something, or just picking a new hobby or skill that you want to master, that you want to learn. Also, it could be just about reading a book on something. Whatever it is, focusing on learning something new is going to bring you this new sense of enthusiasm and inspiration. And then as we get to the end of the week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we've got the Hanged Man. So we've got a Major Arcana card. And the Hanged Man, there's a few things that I get with this card. So, where should I start with him? He's suspended upside down, and he has his hands tied behind his back. So he doesn't have a lot of power to act. The only power that he has is internal. It's in how he responds emotionally or mentally to his situation. So what this tells me is that when you get to the weekend, there may be situations that make you feel powerless or frustrated, and it could be, a relationship, a job, but it's something where you feel like there's nothing that you can do physically. There's no real action you can take in the physical world. However, you do always have a choice as to how you look at something or how you process something, how you deal with it on an emotional or a mental level. And that's really what the Hangman is all about. It's about, he's about going within and really, I guess, changing yourself from the inside out. So if you can't change your surroundings, if you feel powerless to change the situation or the circumstance, you can always change yourself and your response to that circumstance. And when you change yourself, your surroundings automatically begin to change. So it's kind of like it's a way of creating change that's sometimes kind of different for us. I just want to see if there's anything else I get with him. Another thing with the Hangman is he's upside down, so he sees things from the opposite perspective of what he's used to seeing things. And this is really symbolic of shifting your perception. So it could be about seeing things from someone else's point of view, just seeing things from a different point of view, looking at things differently. The cats are fighting, or they're wrestling right now. It's just distracting. Yeah, so it's about getting a different kind of perspective. Okay, so I'm going to look at all these cards together. And as always, I love to invite you to, add your own 2 cents and, mention anything that stands out to you. If you have a different take on these cards, I'd love to hear it. Okay, so I'm just going to look at them all together and see if there's anything jumping out at me. To me, it seems like there's a theme here of stillness and contemplation. So when I look at the Four of Cups, she's sitting still and she's kind of like ruminating or thinking or contemplating something. The Page of Coins isn't too active. He's just kind of staring ahead. He's not doing much. And the Hangman, of course, is a real symbol of inaction. He's not taking any physical action here. And so there is this theme of this week of kind of self-reflecting and reflecting, going within, doing more inner work rather than outer work. So a lot of soul searching, I think, this week. I think that's a big theme of this week, is soul searching. And God, these cats are so noisy. I gotta show you them. They're being really active. Normally they've been really sleepy. I've only had them for a few days, and they've had a lot of upheaval in their life. They've been moved around to a couple different shelters, and now they're in my basement. But yeah, they're normally really sleepy, but they're frisky this morning. I've never had 4 cats all at once. So including my own cat, I have 5 cats in my house right now. It's a cat house. Okay, so yeah, the theme this week, I think, is self-reflection, doing the inner work, and contemplating things. I think that's a big theme. Okay, so I hope you found this reading helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and you can find out more about tarot card reading on my website, dailytarotgirl.com. Have a great week.